In this episode, June, Sarasota Cars and Coffee recap. Derek is a mechanical genius. And microwaves in cars. Welcome to episode 79 of the We Are Auto Show. What's up, Derek?
Mr. Michael Rowell, how was your weekend?
It was great. It was great. We had some car events and things happening. We got to spend some time watching the 24 Hours of Le Mans. But one thing that I did see that makes me laugh and scratch my head as a car person, and not just a car person, but a human being that has feelings and sensations.
Oh?
I just scratched my head because recently I've been seeing more and more people driving their cars that are so completely oblivious to how their car is.
Oh, yeah.
Lately, I've been seeing people drive with full-blown flat tires, like a completely flat tire. Not like a little low, but like completely flat. Just a little bit of rubber between rim and road. And I see them drive by oblivious to the world. They're in their own head, just dancing to their music on the phone, whatever number of things they're doing. Completely oblivious to the fact that their left rear is moments from doom.
I see this all the time as well. It's fantastic.
How do you not feel that?
I don't know.
I mean, yeah, you and I, we're a bit more car mad. So you and I will drive around, and if there's a little bit of vibration or something, we're like, whoa, what's that? What is that noise? That's a different noise. What is that? But how are you so out of touch with everything that is all the sensations of driving that you can't tell that you have a completely flat tire?
You have to assume that driving is the 10th thing on their mind when they're driving. They're worried about what's going to be for dinner tonight, what Aunt Jody was talking about on the phone with them 30 minutes ago, what, I don't know, soccer practice is going to be like tonight.
How do you not tell you have a flat tire?
No, there's no way. People will blast music. I think that music is probably one of the biggest influencers for people not hearing or understanding what's going on with their car.
I mean, it's so blatant. There's the slightest vibration.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell is this? I must find it or I will burn this to the ground.
Right.
And there's people driving down the road with a bumper hanging off and dragging. Going down the road. And same thing. I'm like, how do you not hear your bumper dragging? Your exhaust, it's just falling off. Would you deal with it, please?
They're not car people.
Yes, but they're people.
No, but if you're not a car person, you don't turn the radio down to listen to what's going on with your car.
Oh,
They don't.
but you have to feel that something's different.
I'm with you, dude. You even came over today and you were like, hey, come out here and look and see if this door latch is not correct.
It sounded different.
It did.
Didn't sound like a satisfying kunk.
Right.
It's like a tink.
It was a different sound from what you're used to.
Become observant with your car, people. Jesus Christ.
I don't think they will. There's no way. That's
horrible.
why we need to have those self-driving Teslas. Just cram them in there
Get
and
out
let
of
them think about what Aunt Mary's talking about. I don't care. Fine by me. As long as it doesn't crash, fine by me.
No. Well, let's go back to the car events of the weekend. So before you and I caught the green flag of the 24 Hours of Le Mans, we popped into the local Sarasota Cars and Coffee.
We did.
There's some good stuff there.
There was.
It was celebrating the 11-year anniversary of Sarasota Cars and Coffee. So the theme was supercars.
Ooh.
Supercars. It's good.
Took a bunch of photos. Let's check them out.
Yeah, let's run through them, shall we?
So to kick it off, I had not even seen you yet, and I took a photo of this car.
Hey, you were thinking of me, weren't you?
I was, because this is what you're driving, right?
It is a Mark 6, but this is a Mark 6 6.5 facelift GLI.
Okay. And I never asked you this, but what does GLI stand for?
It is for Grand Luxury Injection.
Injection?
Injection.
Great. Okay.
They've injected the most grand luxuriousness into the car.
What the heck?
Injected it and just get in there, right?
All right. The reason that I had a problem with this car, the confusion that I had, was
I have
not
a problem
the car.
with the picture I'm seeing. I've already got a problem.
Okay, what's your problem?
There's two. One, it looks like it's sticking its tongue out.
That's the one. We'll come back to that one. What's next?
The eyelids on the headlights.
I didn't even notice the eyelids, honestly.
Weird.
That's something you would notice.
Weird.
Yeah, a little odd.
Yeah.
Trying to make it look cool, I guess. I don't know. But the whole tongue sticking out.
Yeah, they've exposed their stock tow hook.
Uh-huh.
That works if it's going on track and it's not a stock tow hook.
Yeah.
Right? If it's like the nylon fabric, the fabric tow hook, right?
Right.
That works. If it's just a red, or like if you're going to expose it, it has to be different.
It does. It has to stick out.
Yes.
Ideally red.
Just incorrect.
Yeah, it irked me. It irked me a lot, actually.
I don't like that.
No, I don't.
The only time that's ever been where that is, and I haven't actually screwed that in, is when I actually had to tow my car. Right. Not if I'm just driving to Cars and Coffee.
It's fine if this is red and like looks unique and is bigger than stock and it's not stock.
It's just the one that came out of the tool chest in the spare tire.
Right.
It's wrong.
It is wrong.
Don't like it.
I'm glad we agree on that.
Agree.
Let's move on.
Yes, please. Subarus. Wow, lots of Subarus. And a zombie Subaru.
Every Subaru.
A zombie teeth.
That does have a zombie teeth.
And blood.
It's kind of
Fake
funny.
blood.
But Subaru guys have some character.
Humble brag.
Let's keep going.
Yeah.
I did think this is clean.
Gold wheels, correct.
You can't go wrong with blue and gold on a Subaru. I don't like the badge being blacked out on it.
I agree. Should stay stock there. But
yeah, the blue works with the rest of the blue. But Subarus, as far as the eye could see.
Lots of them. Ooh.
What are we looking at?
We're looking at a Mark 7 and a Mark 8 GTI. But, fun fact, the Mark 7, the blue one, that is the Rabbit Edition.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's this very nice Mark 7 GTI Rabbit Edition that has been modified tastefully. And it is painted in a color called Cornflower Blue.
Of course.
Love that color. One of my all-time favorite GTI colors. Now, a little bit of a story for you in regards to the color. You ready?
This color looks familiar to me.
It should.
Is this a Volkswagen / Porsche color?
It is.
Is this Miami blue?
Nope.
What is it?
Shark blue.
Oh.
This is the blue that's the launch color of the 992 GT3.
Oh.
It's actually the exact same paint color code within Volkswagen, Audi, Porsche, like within the actual paint departments.
Okay.
Whatever it is, like 8,
right,
AP19 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's actually the same color. So cornflower blue and shark blue are actually the same color. So there's a reason why I liked shark blue initially, and it's because it's the same color as the cornflower blue, which I saw a long time ago, and I loved.
Which Porsche was this on?
The new 992 GT3.
Does that have Miami blue as an option?
Nope.
Ah, I see.
Been replaced by shark blue.
Okay. That's why I thought it was that.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah, no, I love that car.
And the
He's
older
got one of my
is in
favorite
front?
GTIs around the area.
Okay. The older one is up front
Yes.
and the newer one's in the back.
The Mark 8 is the black one behind.
Gotcha. Cool.
Mm-hmm. Ferrari. I like a Ferrari.
A classic red Ferrari.
Red on tan.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's
With
correct.
the yellow calipers. That's fine.
Correct. That's just how you order a Ferrari.
Can't go wrong. This was kind of neat.
An old Shelby.
An old Shelby.
If I could speak English, that'd be great.
Which I hope had been raced. I don't actually know if it was.
Probably not.
But a lot of work done to that engine if it had not been raced.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It's probably seen maybe like a track day, but
Could have. Still cool.
it's cool.
Would this fit in the supercar category?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
What is this? Muscle?
Sports car. Wouldn't call it muscle. Would call it sports car.
Okay. I'll give you that.
Because it's one of the first handling American cars.
Right. Your favorite?
No. It is my favorite brand, but it is not my favorite car. It has headlights that look very similar to the Porsche LMDH headlights.
You're right.
Is
Is that where they got them from?
Yep, it is.
You're right.
Yeah, the Taycan.
They took the Taycan headlights and like wedged them in the fender area on the LMDH car.
It looks.
I never noticed
the
that.
front of the Taycan looks kind of like the new LMDH if you look at it.
You're right. I never really noticed that. Interesting, Porsche. Do you think that the 911 is going to turn into that front?
No.
Why not?
Because it's not. It'll always have round headlights.
You're probably right about that.
Except for the 996, in which case it had fried eggs.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
The one that I...
They strayed, and they went, no, God, come back.
You're right.
Oh, speaking of 996...
This is one?
996 GT2. So this is like the godfather of the 996.
Do you know
this
the
is
color
the
name?
original Widowmaker.
Oh?
Because it was such a scary car that it would just kill husbands on track days.
Yes. Do you know the name of the color?
That is GT Silver Metallic.
Of course. Who wouldn't know that?
Of course. Matte black AMG GT. Not a black series, just AMG GT on some expensive wheels.
Do you know what those wheels are?
I've seen it. I don't remember. Rohanas, maybe? I don't remember.
Do you think that those wheels work with that?
That spec, yeah, because it's all modified. If it was stock, then no.
I think it barely works with it. But it's on the edge. Right on the edge.
Yep, I agree.
What is this?
This is maybe one of my favorites from Cars and Coffee. This is a 992 GT3 Touring.
Okay.
So if you recall the previous Car Talk episode, my spot of the week was a GT3 Touring because it was the first time when I've seen a 992 Touring. So now this is the second one. And it is in one of the most delicious specs ever.
Okay.
It's delicious.
Why?
Because it's gentian blue in this gorgeous navy blue with Orem wheels, so bronze wheels, and black calipers, and a 6-speed manual transmission.
Ooh. A manual in that car would be a blast.
That car does it for me.
Yeah.
That car, I would literally make if I had to have a single car, that would be it.
Okay.
Like I think if God came down and said you can only have one car for the rest of your life, I think it's a GT3 Touring.
Okay. Some class, but it's still super fast and clean. And
you can still take it to a track day. You can drive it across the country if you want. You can do whatever you want with it. And it's the car that Chris Harris, Mr. Top Gear, right? Mm-hmm. That's the car that he actually has.
Oh.
He has a GT3 Touring. And he's even claimed, like, it's like the best car that's ever been made. It's his banana, his killer banana, right?
Okay. Let me ask you the question. How much is the best car that's ever been made?
How much?
Yeah. What's one of those new? With that spec?
That's $180.
Oh, okay.
$200. But that means you can buy it for MSRP.
Yes.
Which are not. Some dealers, which is dirty, some dealers are getting $150,000 over.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
It's double?
Over $300,000 for this car.
Okay, it's time to move on.
Oh, but there's another. Look at it in the sun. It's so pretty in the sun. Oh, it's so good. And that is bold.
Let's go to something a little different.
Yes.
So this car, this BMW, is actually pink, but I think that the camera blended the red and the orange together to make this car.
Yeah, so when so the car we're looking at is a BMW M5, and it is wrapped in a like bright pink,
very fluorescent bright pink.
And the car to its left is a red Ferrari 458. The car to its right is a Papaya Spark orange McLaren MP4-12C.
Right.
So the red and the orange are making the pink look reddy orangey pinky orangey red.
In person, this was much more pink.
It was way more pink.
And I suspect that the camera is doing AI trickery to kind of blend the colors together.
I think you're right.
Yeah. And I was really perplexed when I originally pulled this up after snapping the photo and was like, huh? That's not what it looks like.
Not at all.
That's weird. So I do think that the pink that it was worked on it.
It was pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't bad.
I like that.
It was tastefully done with the black around the front. The wheels are fine. It worked.
It did work.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm bold enough to drive it, but it did work.
I wouldn't do it either, but I actually was surprisingly liking it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was cool.
Ooh.
What is this?
Ooh. It's Jag XKR.
I thought so.
This was one of these little cars that just stuck out to me. I would love to take this exact car on a trip around England.
Is this British Racing Green?
Nope.
Ooh.
I think it's more of an oak green metallic, frankly.
Okay.
But make green great again, right?
Right.
So green, look at the big bucket seats in it.
You're right.
This is like a British hot rod.
Did you happen to see if it was a manual?
They did not make this car manual.
Okay.
I love this car.
I think it's cool.
One of my favorite Jags, I think, ever.
Yep. This is Jeremy Clarkson's.
It's not... of modern Jags, it's maybe my favorite modern... Well, maybe second favorite modern Jag.
Okay.
I love it.
It's neat.
It's beautiful. And that green, oh, it's such a spec.
The Top Gear boys would die over this.
So classy.
Yeah.
Stunning.
It's neat.
Speaking of green, this is very green. This is the other kind of green. We have a Python green.
Python green.
Yes. And this is actually a pretty cool car. This is a 718 Cayman GTS, but it's the GTS 4-liter, which is like a detuned version of the GT4's 4-liter. So the normal 718 GTS has a flat 4, not a flat 6. So it's actually a 4-cylinder turbo. This has the body of the 4-cylinder turbo with the engine of the naturally aspirated flat 6.
Oh, interesting.
That'd be a fun car.
That'd be a hell of a fun car.
I'd love that car.
It'd be quick.
Mm-hmm. Apart from the actual GT4, the GTS 4-liter is a really sweet spot in the 718 range, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's not quite as hard as a GT4, but it's still got that NA character versus just kind of the wet, lumpy, turbocharged 4.
I feel like that would be very pointy in the corners.
I'm sure it would.
Yeah, very grippy.
Mm-hmm.
Very fun car to drive.
More AMGs.
More AMGs, but more interestingly, look to its right. There's a
Pictures
big
left, but it's right.
Yes, the vehicle's right. There's a very big vehicle. There's a Rolls Royce there.
You know, you kind of forget how big a Rolls actually is.
Oh.
Until you see it next to, frankly, any other car.
Right.
It's huge.
That was the reason I put the AMG in this shot, was to put the perspective of how big the Rolls is, because it is massive. And behind it is a Cadillac, and it's bigger than that.
The Cadillac is being dwarfed by the Rolls.
Whew.
That's insane.
It's a rolling hotel.
It really is.
Yes.
It just needs a bathtub.
But class everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So do you think that the owner of the AMG would rather have the Rolls?
No.
No?
We spoke with the owner of the AMG.
Yeah.
I could tell you he definitely does not want that Rolls.
Okay.
He's a sports car guy.
Okay.
Through and through.
Something about that luxury, though.
No.
All right.
Yes, but no. Welcome to the 90s.
Indeed. So what do we have here?
We got a Mazda RX-7 and a Porsche 944 Turbo, and my blue hat in the background.
Yeah, you're back there somewhere. But of these two cars, are they equivalent in performance?
No.
I didn't think so.
The 944 to the Mazda's left to the screen's right is hot with the gold BBS wheels. That's a hot car.
The RX-7's pretty slow.
In comparison, yes.
But it is an RX.
It is.
Which means it's got the wankle.
Yep.
and it sounds like a vacuum cleaner.
Yep.
Because that's what they do.
Wah. Wah.
But they just rev out the wazoo and blow some seals, baby.
I love that 944 turbo, though.
I kind of like the RX-7.
Is that not exactly you and I?
Yes.
Jesus Christ. You will take the slow car.
Yes.
Mr. Slow.
Slow, weird engine.
Oh, my God, Derek.
And you will take anything that starts with a P.
Well, not anything.
Anything. Plymouth, deal.
Penis, not so much, baby.
If it starts with RX, I'm in.
There you go. Prescription.
Yes.
You got a prescription for an RX? An RX for an RX?
Your Wankel engine will need some prescription.
It will need a lot of prescription. Oh, my God.
It's cool to see the shape of these two cars because they're very similar.
The shape of that era of car.
It really is.
It was a cool era.
Yeah.
Everything was just so wedge.
It was.
Like just pointy into the wind.
They were starting to figure out aerodynamics, but hadn't figured it out yet.
They're like, I think if we make this slopery-er, and yes, I used a new word, slope-er-y, then you go faster-er.
Right. And now it's all computer-aided design. And look at every McLaren.
Craziness.
Yeah. Okay.
Skyline, R32.
Clean JDM.
Followed by a slammed Civic with a Euro front end.
Oh.
The front end on that Civic is not out of the U.S. cars. It's out of the Euro cars.
That is very slammed, I will say that.
It's on airbags.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Wow.
Ooh.
Any idea what this is?
Did you know?
What?
Do you know what kind of car this is? Because it's spelled out across the front of it, if you didn't know.
I'm not sure, but it just might be a Camaro.
Ah, you're right. It is.
It's pretty bold.
That's very bold.
Just in case you were wondering, it is a Camaro, as it has it in as hugely bolded print across the entire front bumper.
Yeah.
Just in case you were wondering.
This works in the drag racing scene, right? This fits in that world.
Even there, I don't know about that part.
I think it works in that scene. That scene is all about being bold.
Yeah, but not like that.
You sure?
It's about horsepower bold. It's not about riding Camaro on the front of your car bold.
Okay.
That's my take.
I can agree with that. Everyone knows it's a Camaro.
Yes, just in case you're wondering.
Yes. That's like Corvette guys plastering Corvette everywhere.
Would you like some Corvette coffee with your Corvette hat and your Corvette mug and your Corvette pancakes? You know what you can get? You know what they sell on Amazon? They sell the toasters that when you put a piece of toast in, it'll like toast a design onto your toast.
Oh.
I bet you Corvette owners make Corvette toast in the mornings.
Yes. That's
you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. I bet you a Corvette owner would make themselves some Corvette toast.
Oh. I need to buy that for my uncle.
Please.
Oh.
We are so buying one for your uncle.
That is amazing.
Clutch.
Yes. Do you think this guy has a Chevrolet badge in his toaster?
I hope he does.
I hope he does as well. Ooh. What is this?
It's not real.
This is a Speedster.
No.
That's what it says.
It's a Speedster-ish.
It says Porsche
it's a
Speedster on
Porsche
the side.
Speedster, but it's not.
How do you know?
Well, the pedal assembly.
Excuse me?
Yes, the pedal assembly.
The pedal assembly.
The hinge of the pedals.
Sometimes you and your father go too far. This might be one of those times. Everyone else walks past this and goes, oh, cool, it's a Porsche Speedster. Okay, on to the next car. And you guys peek in there, look down in the footwell, and go, the pedal assembly's upside down. This is just a VW rebadged to a Porsche. It's a kit car.
Call it like you see it.
Oh, my goodness.
Call it like you see it. There's your favorite zebra truck, too.
Yeah, I think the thing's cool back there. Yeah. Oh, would you like some Mopar and then a little bit more and some more horsepower?
More power. Mopar or no car, brother.
More engine. At least they lined them all up and they all fit in together.
I'm surprised the asphalt can hold that much weight. That's a lot of weight in cars in one spot on the asphalt.
It's a lot of weight and a lot
All
of cylinders.
Those Challengers and Chargers just create a sinkhole with how much they weigh there.
Big cylinders. Big engines.
All of them.
But, I kind of like them all lined up. It works.
For them.
Yeah. And they all had the LED headlight, circles going on.
So corny. It's so corny. The LED headlight thing is just so corny. It's cheesy. I'm sorry.
If you got it, flaunt it.
How about a very clean E46 M3?
Big fan of this.
Like that.
Big fan of that.
Really
That's
like
super
that.
clean.
And an MR2 behind it.
It is an MR2 behind it. Is this an Alfa Romeo next to it?
Yep. No, a Fiat.
Oh, it is.
It's a Fiat
Sorry.
and a GTI. It's hot hatch.
You're right.
M3.
And kind of a hatch in the back.
Hatchish.
Kind of. Yeah, I do like that this is lowered a teeny bit. And do they have wheel spacers on this? Do you think so?
No, I think those are just wider wheels.
Just wider wheels?
Yep.
Yeah. And some slick tires. Some very grippy tires.
Mm-hmm.
Did this car have a lot of power to it?
I think that one's been modified.
Okay, but stock. I think it was like average power numbers for that. Very clean looking, especially with the white and the black roof and the black on the bottom and the front. Looks fantastic. Mm-hmm. I really like that car. Huge fan.
Yes.
Let's move on to some Corvette.
Yes, a Corvette.
Is this a C3?
I think it's a C2.
Is it a C2?
I think it's a C2.
C2
I think it's
Corvette.
a C2 Corvette we're looking at now.
No.
Is it a C1?
It might be a 1?
It's a C1.
That's an original Corvette.
That is a C1 Corvette.
Man, we should know that.
I'm not a Corvette guy.
That's cool, though.
I don't own enough jorts for that.
It looks very well kept.
It looks great.
Yeah. I think that's awesome.
It's beautiful.
Yes. Oh.
That's not beautiful.
There's something wrong about this car.
There's a lot of things wrong about this car, but yes.
One specific thing wrong about this car.
So that is a C7 Grand Sport.
Yes.
But it has the front bumper off of a C7, what is it, a 01?
I think so.
Is that what their hot one is? The hottest? 01? Yeah. So that's the incorrect front bumper.
That is.
Which leads me to believe that the car was probably in an accident.
Do you think so?
Yes.
Why do you think that?
Because when they got in an accident, the body shop was like, hey, we can put this bumper on for the same price. And they probably said, yeah.
You could be right. I also think that the side skirts don't come like that on the Grand Sport.
No.
There's no way.
That arrow is not Grand Sport. Look at the wing.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I didn't even notice the wing. Oh, goodness.
The rear window louvers.
You're right.
It's very incorrect. Everything about that car is incorrect.
And the hood.
Incorrect.
Wow.
Incorrect.
Right. Yeah. There's a bit. He has the toaster.
He's got the toaster. He's got the Corvette toaster.
Yes. This is my guy.
He made me laugh, spill my water on me. Oh, the Corvette toaster, man.
All right. Go. Let's keep going.
Ooh. A Lotus.
A very small vehicle. Look at how much parking space is available in that parking space.
Just pick it up, put it in your pocket.
You could fit 3 or 4 more motorcycles in that parking space with that car.
Oh, absolutely. Harley Davidson's at that.
Oh, that thing is fantastic.
The Lotus Elan is so small. It's just so small, but it's got so much character.
3 people.
Look at the pop-up headlamps. They're droopy looking. They're not just circles. They're like kind of elongated rectangle curves. They're just. It's got so much character.
And it also had a sparkly roof.
Yeah, an actual glittery, sparkly silver roof from the factory. That's
awesome.
What a car.
The character the cars used to have is just gone now.
It is.
It really is. No manufacturer has come out with a sparkly, glittery roof recently.
I agree.
There's been a little bit of metallic in the paint, but they don't put a gloss finish on the rest of the car and then actually put sparkles on the roof.
Yep.
Oh, the character.
It's so cool.
Oh, the character.
Kyle. Monster Energy Kyle with this Mustang. Black and green. He's going to go home and punch a hole in his drywall.
Yeah. He doesn't have the toaster. He just has Red Bulls or Monsters. Yeah.
You're right. Kyle will find you.
Wow. That's bold. That's very bold.
Not for me. Look at how much bigger it is than the Lotus.
That's what I was about to say.
It's so huge.
Cars just get bigger.
God almighty, do they are. And a Triumph TR6 next to it.
That's small too.
Yeah, not big.
Very small.
Not big.
But a cool car. Though
sure.
it wouldn't stay together just like the Lotus.
No.
Though you're redoing the entire wiring.
Twice a year, maybe? Every month for Cars and Coffee?
Right. Cool car, though. Mm-hmm. Ooh. What's your take?
No.
Really?
Don't like a matte green Dodge Durango.
I think it actually works.
I don't like the Dodge Durango at all, frankly.
I'm not a huge fan of the Durango.
It's very bulbous.
I think that the matte green kind of works with that brand.
With the brand, sure, but not with that car.
I think it could work with the car, too. At least the matte is very well kept.
On the Jeep next to it? Yes.
The matte green on the Jeep?
Yeah.
It could work on that. But it could even work on a Durango.
Maybe.
I think it's okay. I'll give it the pass.
Not the worst.
Okay.
Pair of Corvettes. So that's the C2 and a C7.
I believe that's a C2 and a C7.
Yes. A C2 and a C7.
Cool to see them growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And the C2 does look very well kept.
It does.
And the C7...
Oh, do you see a man wearing a Corvette shirt in the back?
Yes.
Does he have a toaster?
All right. We got to stop making fun of the Corvette guys. This was cool.
The hydraulics.
This was cool.
It's like straight out of Southern California.
All the guys with the hydraulics showed up. And they all have the same like era of car.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Do you know why they always
I think that's just that
these?
scene.
Is it that scene?
I think so.
Or is there a mechanical reason that they do this?
I doubt there's a mechanical reason. I think it's literally just like, this is what we've always done. This is what we're going to keep doing.
It was cool to see.
It's definitely wild.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever actually like sat there and watched cars with hydraulics just bounce away.
That's so crazy.
They're wild for sure.
Yeah. You can just park your car up on 3 wheels, no problem.
Yeah.
And just leave it there.
Crazy articulation.
Kind of convenient if you ever need to get onto the car.
Oil changes would be a breeze.
In theory, yeah. And they all have their own unique flair of these cars. I will say, they ooze character. Oh,
they're pretty wild.
Ton of character in these cars. Old Buicks, just
pretty
weird.
Wild for sure.
Why Buick? I got to ask those guys next time they show up.
Yeah, for sure.
Is there a mechanical reason that you're actually selecting old Buicks? Or is it the scene? I think you're right. I think it's the scene.
I think it's just the scene.
I think so. Cool.
This.
Okay. We'll come back to that photo in a second. But this is a cool
Land
vehicle.
Cruiser Prado. I don't remember what series. Is it Series 70? I don't remember. I don't remember what series it is. But a Land Cruiser. Right-hand drive. Imported from Japan.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. It would be a perfect daily driver for me.
I think that's super cool. That is your perfect daily.
I love it.
Yep. You would fit right in that thing.
It's so cool.
You'd have the arm out the window, and you'd just be cruising.
Yep, for sure.
At 1,000,000 RPM, going 65 miles an hour.
Down a hill, yes.
Which would be awesome. Mm-hmm. But I took a picture because it had wheel locks on it. Mm-hmm. This is a thing you do when you go off-roading?
Yes, you lock the hubs.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So what does locking the hubs do?
So I don't know the actual mechanical thing that it does, other than it gives you more grip.
Okay.
I believe it allows the wheels to turn freely on or under power.
But it's not locking like the lug nuts themselves. It's just the hub to the wheel.
Correct.
Huh.
Letting the wheel itself spin freely.
Weird.
I believe.
I want to learn more about that. And I guess that's an off-roading thing?
Yeah. I'm also not the most mechanical genius in the world, as you might know.
Right. You get the hammer.
Correct. Ooh, a Nissan hardbody. That's
Is that?
quite drift scene-y. Yes.
Yeah, but I think that this works for this.
I like it.
Yeah,
I'd drive it for sure.
I do too. It's got character, a ton of character, and I think that the rims work with the body.
Yeah, those wheels are good.
Right, it's cool. Ooh,
Ooh.
what is this?
So it's not truly a real one of what it is. It's been rebadged, but it is badged as a Volkswagen Golf GTD.
GTD.
So a GTI, but a diesel.
There's GLI, GTI,
And GTD.
TDI, TDI, right?
Yeah, TDI.
Uh,
The GTD has a TDI.
yeah. Wait,
Whoa.
they didn't make this.
Nope, not here.
Did they
They
make that?
sold it in Europe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they sold the GTD in Europe.
Oh,
Here in the US, we never got the GTD.
oh,
A diesel version of the GTI.
okay.
So what this was just a Volkswagen Rabbit or a Golf that someone converted to be a GTD, and they put these kind of cool gold, what looked to be potentially center lock wheels on this car.
Yeah, I think that those are cool.
Yeah,
I did not know that Volkswagen made a GT Daytona race car.
GT Daytona. Yes, it competes with the Lamborghini Squadra Corsa team.
Right. And against the Audi,
Yeah,
it's,
of course.
it's the slowest class in IMSA, the GTDs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's cool. But the other cool thing was that this did have an IMSA sticker on the back.
It did.
So I think that they were doing the play, the
They-
GTD play.
They definitely were.
Yeah,
They definitely were. They play on words on both ways.
right.
Play on, they sold a GTD in Europe, but also GTD class.
That's cool.
I love
That's super cool. You should do that to your car. That's super cool.
it. I got an IMSA sticker in my car.
Yeah,
But it's not a diesel, so I can't
I know.
do that. It's
I know.
It's incorrect.
but I think it's really cool badging.
You can see my butt in this picture.
Yes, you can. You're looking at some wheels.
Yes, of
Do you know
course.
what kind of wheels they were?
I don't remember.
Okay, that's fine. I thought this was a pretty clean.
Yeah, Honda
Pretty
Prelude.
clean. Yep, Prelude.
I like a nice
ton-
Prelude.
Bet you. There's
I
a
believe
ton
those
of
wheels are Advans.
Advance. 3
Yes.
spokes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's some.
JDM goodness.
Yeah, that's JDM goodness is what that is. I think it's clean.
Yeah, very.
Looks like they did some engine work too.
Would appear so.
Yeah.
Next to it is this R33, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They have the toe loop, the red toe loop.
That's okay.
That works.
That works.
That works.
Not a stock toe hoop.
No. Yeah,
S2000 Extra's really good too.
that is clean.
Ooh, that's good.
Ooh,
Some buses.
tons of buses.
Would you like a
Tons
bus?
of
Or 2,
Volkswagens.
or 3, or 4, or 1,000? And there's some Beetles on the side over well.
Mm-hmm.
Can't dig
those
it.
are neat. The zebra stripes.
It's unique.
Very. They're all about being unique with those, though.
Mhm.
That scene is all about
Oh yeah, just
unique with
wild and
character.
crazy,
right. You do whatever you want, and they're slow as hell.
miserably slow.
Ooh, this tickles
Like
my fancy.
that. I like that a lot.
This tickles my fancy.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot go wrong with an SDI badge on a Subaru with gold rims and sponsor badges all over the side. White badges, though.
And it's a wagon.
It is a wagon.
I am a
That's cool.
fan.
That's super cool.
I'm a big fan. Huge fan.
Yeah, that's a double thumbs up.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
That's interesting.
that is interesting. That pulled up next to me and then actually went over to the car show. But character,
Don't
not
Really
sure
like
if I'm
the
huge.
wheels.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to the wrap that they did. Kind of looks cool, but the wheels, the red doesn't fit.
At all. It's
No,
horrible.
it doesn't fit.
Not good.
Yeah. Ooh,
The biggest thing in the world.
how much would this cost?
That is probably a $100,000 plus build.
Really?
Yeah.
Just to build it, not the truck alone?
Like if you bought that's an old truck now.
Yeah. What about, okay, you buy that truck new, you get that done to it.
That's $100,000
Okay. Wow.
for sure.
And all that suspension shenanigans is $50K?
Maybe more.
Oh.
And the wheels themselves are probably 20 grand.
Oh.
And your tires are probably another 5 grand.
That's crazy.
It's nuts.
That's crazy.
It's insane.
I did not know that there was that much money in that.
There's a lot of money in those things, man.
Dang. That's a whole scene I know nothing about.
Big money.
The lifted truck scene. Oh,
hello.
What is this?
It's big, and it's a boat, and it's got wood.
It is a big boat. Who was the manufacturer of this?
Don't even know.
Oh, I can't remember now.
Buick? Maybe?
No. It was a weird manufacturer.
No idea. No clue.
Hold on. Let's do some zoom action here.
No clue.
It's 390. Oh, I can't remember either.
No idea.
It has so much class to it. Oh,
It's
look at the white
huge.
walls.
It's huge.
Yeah, but look at the patina. Look at the white walls. Look at the...
Yes. I would love to park that Lotus Elan next to this.
In that.
You could park it inside of it.
Inside.
Yes.
You could tour an entire concert around the country with that.
Yeah.
Everything. The drums, the guitars, the amps.
You could live in
the
it.
speakers. Yeah, you could. Yeah. And I'm sure it's slow as crap.
Oh my! Could you imagine turning? Can't hold her, Captain.
I think that your dad was saying that the AC in this car was taking the little triangular window in front of the driver and just tilting it out a little bit so it would catch the air.
Hey, engineering, baby.
Fantastic.
Back in the day.
Fantastic. I think that car's great.
It's wild for
That's
sure.
awesome.
Some Miatas.
Couple Miatas.
One track-ready Miata, one stancy Miata.
Right.
I'll take the track-ready Miata.
Agreed. But
For
that is
sure.
the difference of the Miatas.
It is.
There's two different kinds of Miata people.
Would you like to stance it out, or do you want to go attack Sebring with it?
Right. And then there's your bone stock Miata, which is the one that the girl drives to the beach.
Correct.
Yep. But there's really three different types of owners of Miatas.
Then that's it. Nothing in between.
No, really isn't. Ooh.
A Ford Mustang Mach 1, the new one.
The new one.
Interesting.
It's cool.
Especially when you compare it to the old one.
Which was right in front of it.
Yeah, I bet you they were together.
I think they were.
Right.
Yeah.
An original Mach 1 and a new Mach 1. Kind of cool.
That's cool. That is cool. That's very cool.
A Focus RS.
Focus RS.
In a good color, too.
Oh, man. I want to drive one of those so bad.
Me too. It looks like fun.
Yeah.
Looks like so much fun.
I want to drive that so bad.
An Avanti. I don't know anything about it, but it's a happy-looking car.
It is a happy-looking car. An Avanti. That is a manufacturer. I need to do some more research.
It looks like it just got a surprise present, like a surprise party. Like it walked into home after a long day of work, and everyone says, "Surprise! It's your birthday!"
Right.
And the eyes got huge. Hey, thanks, guys.
God, look at some weird body shapes on that car, man.
Man, yes, this is back when car design was freehand.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of swoop here, a little bit of a fin there, and voila, it's done.
It didn't matter if you sheared the kneecaps off of somebody.
No.
Because character.
Screw their knees.
Yeah. And that's fantastic. Those are so cool looking.
It's great.
Ooh.
Mm.
So this was a Subaru Legacy, right?
Yes.
With a very interesting badge on it.
Yes, and I'm trying to remember
Yeah.
what this all was. So this was the Subaru Legacy B4 with the JDM badge. That's just their JDM badge.
Okay.
And we were talking with the owner of it.
Mm-hmm.
And he made a comment that it's the only twin-turbo four-cylinder.
Huh.
You got twin-turbo V6s, straight sixes, turbo fours, but no stock twin-turbo four-cylinders ever made.
Right. And I remember that he popped the hood and explicitly said there was a black box of death in there.
Yeah.
And that was where all the vacuum lines terminated into, with a whole bunch of valves in there to get the smaller turbo to then spin up the bigger, or it didn't spin it up.
They were two separate turbos.
Two separate turbos.
They were two twin scroll turbos.
going directly into the engine, not spooling each other. And the ECU, or the vacuum black box of hell, was the one to tell the bigger turbo to spool up after the smaller turbo at certain RPMs. It was a mess.
I could not ever imagine wrenching on that car.
No.
I mean, you open the hood, and it's just vacuum lines as far as you can see.
Yeah. And it's one of those cars
here.
where you have to be the mechanic.
Oh, yeah.
You can't bring this to the Subaru shop.
Correct.
Because it's too messy to work on.
Yeah. They'll work on it, sure, but it'll take them a year.
Right. And they'll have to hire somebody from Japan, some old man from Japan to fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Crazy.
No. It's
cool.
It's cool, but not for me.
Also, I do like the badge on it.
Yeah.
That was neat. Ooh.
Hello.
I don't really like that.
I like it a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
I think that there's too much mouth going on.
Well, they just took the grill piece out. That's fine.
Right.
I think they just need to replace that with mesh.
I think so too, and I think that would make it. But I think it's too open. It's like, I am a gaping machine.
Yeah.
I'm going to eat everything. It's a happy gaping machine, but
It is.
they need the mesh. They need the mesh back in. It just looks weird to my eye.
Fair point.
Ooh.
There we go. Dominic Toretto's SS from Fast and Furious.
That's what he had, right?
A Chevy SS, yeah. It's
Yeah.
cool.
That is neat. Especially putting the Toretto on the front end.
Yeah.
Okay.
A Mercedes with decent wheels.
I think that works.
Yeah, it works. It's good.
Yeah.
All good there.
That works.
A matte red Ferrari California. Don't like that.
But the Aston.
Aston's good.
Aston is very good.
I like the Aston.
Can't go wrong with the Aston.
And a racing yellow Porsche 911. 992 generation.
Okay. Solid.
A 570S with the guy falling into it. And a Pista.
Mm-hmm.
With maybe the worst curb rash wheels I've ever seen on a supercar.
Yeah. Wow.
You don't
Wow.
expect to see that.
No. That normally gets fixed right away
Yeah.
on that car.
I like a Pista. I worry about the curb rashing.
Yeah. The Pista does look clean, though. But then behind it.
An AMG GT Black Series. Matte black with the AMG Petronas colored accents.
Do you think that this car could lose the accents and would look better?
Maybe, but I like it with the accents.
I'm not opposed to it, but I'm trying to envision it without the accents. And I might like it better.
That's fair. I like it with the accents.
It's a cool car.
It's the first time I've seen one.
Yeah, I'd never seen one. It's
the competitor to the Huracan STO, a GT3 RS, that kind of stuff.
It just reminds me of racing at Bathurst.
It looks like a Bathurst racing car.
Right. Almost
It's cool.
identical. Cool looking rims.
Like them.
Are they carbon ceramics?
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
Oh, look at
They
the
look like
caliper.
Yeah.
Look at how much dirt it spits up through the louvers.
Oh, yeah.
All that sand.
Yeah.
It shows you there for a reason.
Mm-hmm. Air's moving through.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Ooh.
baby. How about a Volkswagen Jetta with some bull horns? I love that.
That's amazing.
I love that.
That's amazing. Forget aerodynamics. Put bull horns on the front.
On a Jetta.
On a Jetta.
I should do that on my car.
I bet you that gets them 4 mpg worse.
You think it's that much?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Because it's going directly into the airstream at the front of the car.
Oh, it's making it worse. It's foiling all the air.
Right. I think it's making it really bad. But, it's awesome.
It's something.
Yeah.
An F-Type SVR.
Ooh. Interesting.
That's the car that we talked about last week's news.
Right.
But not the edition 1988.
Right.
And then, what is this thing?
So, let's talk about our car spots. Because this is my car spot, my friend.
Okay.
This is a Ford Taurus SHO.
The super high output.
I had no idea this existed.
Yep.
This is my favorite car spots. Because you learn about weird, quirky cars that you never knew existed. I did not know that they made a performance Taurus.
They did.
This is the 3rd generation of the SHO. And I have some interesting quotes from the Wikipedia article that I found on it. So, unlike its predecessor, the SHO was more refined and used less radical bodywork. You can see that there's not much radical bodywork.
Yeah.
But it looks a lot like a Taurus from the front, right?
With some side skirts.
A teeny bit of side skirt to it.
Yeah.
This car made 235 horsepower.
Man, we are moving now.
In an aluminum 3.4 liter V8 with heads made from Yamaha and a block from Cosworth.
Wait, what?
The heads of the engine were made by Yamaha. The block was made by Cosworth.
What?
This is specific to the SHO.
What the hell kind of a thing is this?
Don't question it, just embrace it.
I suppose that's the only thing you can do with this car.
I have no idea why you would make your heads from a different company than your block of your engine. But they did. There was a frequent issue that plagued this vehicle. The camshaft would have a separation from the sprocket, and it would be basically around 50,000 miles. Around 10% of the vehicles had this issue.
Oh my God. So this was a complete gamble and a roll of a dice if this car lived. So frankly, it is amazing that we saw this car.
Yes.
I'm surprised it's alive.
I am too. The fix to the problem was welding the camshaft to the sprocket.
Oh, that'll help.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Poof.
This is quite a vehicle. It's one of those really weird vehicles. It reminds me of...
It's just odd.
What was the vehicle we saw the other day?
The Chrysler TC by Maserati?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. This is a third generation. I had no idea they had multiple generations of the SHO. And I believe that they
still make them.
I think that they stopped making them in 2019.
Oh, so they're recent.
Yes. But they had been going until then.
The super high output.
Super high output. And when we walked past it, I didn't even notice it at first. I thought it just blended in. You noticed it. And then we're looking and we're like, oh, the front end's weird. You look at the wheels, they're drilled calipers. I think even slotted too. I think
drilled
I see a
rotors.
slot down there.
Drilled and slotted rotors.
What the heck,
and
dude?
some beefier Cobra brake calipers.
Just such a weird car.
It's odd, man.
With kind of ugly bodywork and terrible engineering.
Horrible.
What the heck?
It's such a bad car. But it's so bad it's good.
Yeah.
It's like a dog that's so ugly it's cute.
Right.
It's so bad it's good.
Oh, man. I love these kind of cars. And then the last thing that we saw
was a jacked up, what is it, a trolley?
Yeah. A little trolley for a kid. I think
That's
it's
great.
the Red Ryder, which is the brand. Super cool.
It's awesome.
Super cool.
So is that your spot of the week? The Taurus SHO?
Taurus SHO for sure. So what did you see?
So before I get to my spot of the week, which did come from Cars and Coffee, I did see something just today in the parking lot, and it was a car that looks older than it is.
Okay.
So there's a Citroen, and it's a Citroen 2CV.
Okay.
And it's from 1984 to 1990.
What?
And it looks like a car from the 40s.
Whoa. This...
If I said that was made from 84 to 90, would you believe me?
84?
Can you believe that the same about years that Mazda started making the RX-7 and that Porsche 944 Turbo we were looking at earlier, this was new from Citroen?
This was new. Whoa.
And revolutionary. Like they're going back 1,000 years.
No. This is the 30s. This is the 1930s.
This looks like the first iteration of car.
Yeah.
And it was new in 1990.
Whoa. I did not know that.
I didn't realize the Citroen 2CV was that old in 1990.
You saw this around here?
Yeah. An imported one. I was like, what the? Oh my God. And I went home and I was like, that's got to be from like the 50s,
Yeah.
the 40s maybe. And it was like and then I finally just went old Citroens in my Google search, and it came up like 1990 2CV. I was like, oh my God, how is that from 1990?
My inner James May just wants to drive that thing so bad.
What year was the third generation Taurus SHO from? Do you remember?
Oh, I'll tell you right now. It was 96 to 99.
Literally 6 years before they made the Taurus SHO, Citroen was making the 2CV that looked like it was from the 40s.
Yikes.
Are you kidding me?
Wow. Dang.
What a thing.
What the heck?
Yeah.
That's an awesome spot.
I can't even believe that thing, how old it looks, while it was new.
That thing's awesome.
Yeah, but that's not my spot of the week. My spot of the week is a car I saw for the first time at Cars and Coffee, and it was the AMG GT Black Series that we briefly touched on. Mm-hmm. Now, I've not seen one in person before. I've only seen them in pictures online on the interwebs. So this is why it's making my spot of the week, because it is the latest ring killer, right?
Oh.
So it's got an all-new 4-liter V8 biturbo, which produces 720 horsepower. With 590 torques.
720?
Yeah, it's a lot.
Ooh.
It does 0 to 60 in 3.1 seconds, 0 to 124 in less than 9 seconds.
Jeez.
And it's got a top speed of 202 with a price tag about 330 plus. People are actually, there's one for sale at our local supercar dealer. You know what they want for it?
What?
$750,000.
Oh.
Could you imagine spending $750,000 for that car?
Is this the one that was on sale?
No.
Okay. Somebody already has this?
Yes.
Wow. No, I could not imagine that kind of
It's
money.
cool, but it's not that much cool.
No.
It's $300,000 cool, sure. It's not $750,000 cool.
Is it 300,000 cool?
In my opinion, no. But for the people that are going to buy it, yes.
I'll give you that.
Because your comparatives are the Huracan STO, which is the same ballpark.
Yep.
GT3 RS, same ballpark, right?
Yeah. It does fit that ballpark.
Yep. But that's my spot of the week.
That's cool. It was a neat car to see. Mm-hmm. Just the race car from Bathurst.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's what it was.
Pretty much.
Yep.
You ready to move on to the I Wish They Would've?
Let's do it.
All right. What you got? You want to start us off?
Yeah. So I was a mechanical genius.
Oh.
And I fixed my wife's car by resetting the battery.
Oh, there you go.
But she also told me that recently she had gotten new tires because her alignment was all messed up. And I took a look at her tires when we got in the car the other day, and the edges of the tires were completely bald. There was cord showing. It was bad.
Whoa.
And at that point I said, you no longer drive on the interstate. We're going to a tire shop tomorrow, and we're going to get these fixed. And it was so far out of alignment. I don't know if it was towed in, but I think it was towed in or cambered out or something, that basically it was super out of alignment and went all the way down to the cord in like 15,000 miles very quickly.
That's quick.
Yeah, not cool.
That's really quick.
But when she got those fixed, they put in, I think, a new air filter for the air intake of the car, not for the AC. And when they did that, they didn't close the air filter box correctly.
Oh.
So what I think was happening is that there was vacuum line issues because there was a leak from the air filter going into the air intake. And since it didn't have the correct vacuum line setup, it was doing weird RPM jumping. So I reset the battery. I readjusted the air filter after I saw that it was off a little bit. And voila. Everything's fixed.
You are a genius.
No problems. Yeah.
So what's your I Wish They Would've?
I wish that the car manufacturers would add like sensors to the vacuum line and actually throw error codes when the vacuum line doesn't have a vacuum when it needs to.
Good
because
idea.
There were no error codes for me to read. There was no check engine light. There was just weird idle bouncing problems and like odd performance issues with her car. It was really weird. And I figured that the engine or the computer would catch the vacuum lines being messed up, but they didn't. It's weird. So
I like
More debugging information is what I wish.
Good job.
Yeah. What do you got?
I got a crazy one.
Oh, they're the best.
So, I work out of my car all day. You know this, right? And when you work out of your car, it's sometimes advantageous to not bring your lunch with you because you can't warm it up.
Right.
I wish the cars had a microwave in it. So I could pop my lunch in and warm it up and pull over and eat some leftover, I don't know, spaghetti or something.
My wife loves to eat cold things. I hate eating cold things. Do you like eating cold things?
I do. I got no problem with it. But I wish I could just warm up some leftovers in the car and sit in a parking lot and just eat my leftovers.
Can I tell you to get an RV?
No.
That would solve your problem.
Yes, but I'm not going to drive an RV all day.
Can I tell you to get an electric vehicle?
No.
Yes, that solves your problem.
No, it
Put
doesn't.
a microwave in the bed of your Rivian R1T. It'll
Oh
literally
my
plug
God.
right in.
I don't want that
Why?
because I hate it.
You could get a little mini fridge. You could get an AC unit. You could get the microwave, the toaster with your Rivian badge imprinted in your toast.
God.
You could do it all.
I can't
It's
do this.
fantastic.
I can't do this with you.
It's fantastic. I
cannot do
solved
this.
every problem in the world. You are
Garrett.
all set, my friend. You could work for days upon days. Your leftovers are in the fridge. You got the microwave. You could put a sink in. They have the pull-out sink. Yes! Yes!
So you want me to be homeless and live in a Rivian R1T?
Yes. It would
sounds
work.
like.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It would actually be okay.
That's not...
Solar panels. You have a kitchen. You have a frit. You're golden. You are golden, my friend.
The way your brain works, dude.
Dude, amazing.
I just wish I had a microwave in my work car. That's all.
Okay. I'm going to get you a Rivian R1T for your work car, and you're going to be all set.
Oh, my God. All right. So is that it? Is that all you got for me?
I will keep on going off on tangents if you need me to.
All right.
I think that's it.
Let's wrap this puppy up. We're going to wrap episode 79. Thanks so much for watching and listening. If you're on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button. Leave us a thumbs up and a comment on the video. If you're on audio, please leave us a 5-star rating and a review on your podcast platform of choice. That's a fun one to say there. Podcast platform of choice. Don't forget to follow us on social. Facebook is We're Auto. Instagram is We're Auto _ YouTube is We're Auto. And our website is we'reauto.io. Thanks so much again, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.